So yesterday, Sayadaw explained about the three kinds of shanti, the tranquility or peacefulness. So shanti means peacefulness or calm and cool, or tranquility. So the mind is become stable and no emotion generated by the mental dependence. Most of the time the living being or the sensual pleasure, they all the time follow, all the time go after the sensual pleasure. So they are always emotional with the raga all the time. The raga means the attachment or craving. So raga related emotion always prevail in our life. So whatever is desirable, we want to get it. We want to get it. We want more and more. So these are all desire, attachment, and craving. So all the time, most of the time, this craving, grief-related emotion pervade our life. But sometimes the Dhamma-related emotion also take place in our heart. Sometimes frustration, anger, hatred, and so on. And moha, delusion-related emotion also sometimes becomes obvious. So most of people, they don't know which are wholesome, which are unwholesome, which should be avoided, which should be performed. They don't know that. So which is suitable, which is beneficial, which is unsuitable, not beneficial, harmful, they don't know that. That's ignorance and delusion, moha. So sometimes is moha-related mind, mental state also overcome our heart. So in this way, we are all the time overcome by the emotion, raga-related emotion, dodha-related emotion, and moha-related emotion. There are 11 kinds of the fires. Apart from these three, they are jati, rebirth, jara, old age, marana, death, soka, wari, prideva, lamentation, dukkha, pain, domanassa, grief, and upayasa, the lamentation, and so on. So these 11 kinds of the fire all the time burning our life. So out of these 11, the lobha, dosa, moha, the greed, anger, and hatred are the worst. So we don't know what are fires. We don't know we are burned by the fire all the time. So later we may get regret. We may feel regret after having committed evil deeds. So these fires, 11 kinds of fire, is very subtle. We cannot see flame or smoke, but much more hotter than the ordinary fire. It's all the way burning us life after life. So it's more powerful than the ordinary fire. So all we need to do is we must prevent ourselves from being burned by the fire, if possible. Or in case we get burned, then we must try our best to get out of the fire. So if we are mindful all the time, so we can prevent our life from burning. Or if we are get burned, we can right away understand and we can overcome, we can put out the fire. So the Buddha, he himself, he put out the fire, 11 kinds of the fire. And also he shared his knowledge with us so that we also can put out 11 kinds of the fire. So first of all, we need to cultivate the Vipassana insight, which can help us the fire from moment to moment, momentary eradication. That's called the Tathanga Sandhi, momentary eradication of the mental defilements. So whatever phenomena they may be, seeing, hearing, or smelling, tasting, touching, or whatever it may be, mental or physical phenomena should be noted, so that we can prevent our mind away from mental defilements. So by observing moment by moment, we can experience the true nature of mind and body and their causality, and thus our insight knowledge become mature and mature. And then we can overcome, we can put out the fire or the kilesa from moment to moment. So the moment we observe phenomena, we can overcome the mental defilement that moment. So accumulating these moment to moment eradication of mental defilement, we can attain the ultimate eradication of the mental defilement. So Ajanta Sandhi. Ajanta means the cessation of the fire, cessation of the mental and physical phenomena. So that's the ultimate peacefulness. So Pavata here means the occurrence of the mental and physical phenomena, the process of mental and physical phenomena. So Apavata means cessation of those mental and physical phenomena. So we have to go on and on until we attain that cessation of all kinds of mental and physical phenomena. Then we overcome the wrong view of the ego belief, and our faith in the three triple gems also become deeper and deeper. We can see the Four Noble Truths. So first of all, we need to develop the preliminary path, preliminary noble path. So by practicing, by developing the Vipassana insight. So through the Vipassana insight, step by step, we can attain the noble path, Eightfold Noble Path, Ariya Magga. So without developing the insight knowledge, the Vipassana insight, called Pupa Bhaga Magga, preliminary path, there's no way for us to reach the Noble Eightfold Path. So by observing the mental and physical phenomena, we can develop the insight knowledge, and until we attain first level of enlightenment, then we can overcome the ego belief, wrong view, or the ego, and then Silabhata Paramasa, the wrong view of the right and virtuous, and also all kinds of mental defilements which can lead us to the woeful life. So there's no chance for any kinds of mental defilements which can lead us to woeful life. So we are no longer liable to commit evil deeds which can lead us to the woeful life when we attain the first level of enlightenment, Sotapaddi Magga. Then we can be set to attain the ultimate peacefulness, the Ajanta Santi. So for example, we note rising, falling on the abdomen carefully. So the moment the abdomen rises, we note it as rising. We follow the rising from the beginning to the end with the full energy. And also we apply the right aim. We direct our attention to the object. Pay attention to the object through the direct aim with the Pitaka. So once we put effort in noting rising, falling, we can stop the flow of the mental defilement. So when we focus our mind on the object through the right aim and Pitaka, there will be no chance for wandering thoughts, thought of sensual pleasure, thought of aversion, and thought of harmfulness. So only these two, just the mental factors can help us to stop, to block the flow of the mental defilement. If we can note the 1 minute continuously, so noting 1 second, then 1 minute is at least we can note the 30 times, or we can note even 60 times. And if we can note 30 times, we can block the flow of mental defilement 30 times, or we can prevent the wandering thoughts, thought of sexual pleasure, etc., from coming into our mind. So we must note carefully and urgently. Just like putting a stone into the water. The stone thrown into the water, cut down deeper into the water. So in the same way, our observation, our mindfulness should penetrate into the nature of the objects. At that moment, there will be no room for mental defilement. Thus, the mind is secluded from mental defilement. And then, naturally, the tranquility or peacefulness takes place, moment to moment. That tranquility or peacefulness is called the Dhamma, moment to moment peacefulness. So whatever object is observed, you are supposed to see the true phenomena involved beyond the form and the shape of the object, such as tension, tightness, vibration, and so on. So when you are really mindful and can focus on the object, you can see these true phenomena, physical phenomena beyond the form and the shape. And so the objects you have observed cannot give rise to any kinds of mental defilement. Or any other objects also, even though you don't observe, it cannot get chance to give rise to the mental defilement. So in this way, every notion that counts, every notion brings you momentary peacefulness, Santi. Even within a single moment on the horizon, you can see the step by step of the rising process, step by step, layer by layer. That means you see the impermanence layer by layer. By seeing impermanence, you can find phenomena unsatisfactory. You can see phenomena egoless. So just seeing the impermanence of the phenomena provides you with the insight into the dukkha and anatta. So every time you observe the phenomena carefully and ardently, you can see, you can experience the real phenomena. The moment you see real phenomena, you can stop, you can block the flow of the mental defilement, raga, dosa, and moha. So in this way, we can protect our mind away from mental defilement. If we can note continuously every second, we practice 40 hours a day, so thousands of the moments of the peacefulness, moment-to-moment tranquilities can take place in our heart. So based on the accumulation of these moment-to-moment, the tranquility of peacefulness, we can attain the ultimate peacefulness, Ajanta Santi. So it's not enough to perform dana or to practice samatha or to go in for pilgrimage or do chanting or reading. They cannot bring us the real ultimate peacefulness. We must practice. Through the practice, through the moment-to-moment tranquility, peacefulness, we can attain the ultimate peacefulness. So it's quite important to put out the fire in our life. So in the same way, everybody need to be skilled, need to be skillful firefighter to face with the inner fire, internal fire or the mental defilement. So it is a necessity for all of us to put out the inner fire or the mental defilement. So Satipatthana meditation, the mindfulness, is the best way to put out the inner fire. If we can put out the inner fire, we ourselves is the first one to become peaceful and tranquil, and also we can help our environment to come and peaceful. In this way, to ourselves and others calm and peaceful, we can live peaceful life in the world. So these are Buddha's ways to keep the world, our own world and environment, calm and peaceful. So first of all, we have to make sure to put out our inner fire, and then we can help the people around. So in this way, part by part, we can put out the fire, and finally we can put out the fire all over the world. And in this way, the whole universe can become peaceful. So it is Buddha who discovered this method to escape the samsara by accumulating the parami, perfections, for 4 eons and then 100,000 universe, cycle of universe. So he accumulated, he has devoted his time and energy to the perfections, and he discovered this method, and he revealed to us. Later, when he became mature, he was reborn as a human being, and he put great effort in the practice until he attained higher level of enlightenment, and along with the harmony science. Then he overcome all kinds of the wrong view. Later he went to the Taurisa realm and Deva realm, and he gave the Dhamma talk for months. And after that he decided to he confirmed the date to pass away, and finally he passed away. So on these occasions are really remarkable, and they make the whole universe shake. They shake the whole universe. So these occasions were followed by the earthquake. So the Buddha is such a noble teacher. He taught us out of great compassion. So he is a great teacher that is called the Sadhu. Sadhu means the teacher who taught us out of compassion. So thinking of considering the greatness of our noble teacher, we should arouse effort and energy in practice. So we are luckily we meet his teaching, and we are practicing following his teaching as a monk or lay practitioner yogi. So we should appreciate this great opportunity, and we should not be lazy. We should make great effort in the practice, arousing the Viriya and courageous effort, developing courageous effort, so that we can block the flow of the mental defilements. We can open the road to the liberation. So in this way we can become the peacefulness mentally or physically. So this is the sixth cause or the effort. By considering with the consideration of the nobility or greatness of our teachers, we should arouse the courageous effort in the practice. So this is the sixth cause of the courageous effort of Viriya. So another fact to consider to arouse the effort and energy is the Jati Mahata. We have to think about the nobility of our identity, our caste. So we are lucky enough to meet the Buddha Sasana, the holy order, thanks to the good company and good friends, Kalyana Metta. We get chance to practice Vipassana meditation, and then thus we can be honored as a bhikkhu, and also we can be honored as a Paṇḍitā. So Paṇḍitā means the person who make great effort in the practice to drive out mental defilements, leaving the worldly life behind and approaching to the monastic life, and practicing Vipassana meditation to get rid of mental defilements. So such a person is called Paṇḍitā. So you are all can be honored as a Paṇḍitā or bhikkhu because you making great effort in the practice. So in terms of the virtues, the Buddha is the highest in the universe. In terms of the Sila, Samadhi and the Panya and the liberation or the knowledge of liberation, the Buddha is the highest in this universe. So we are as his dedicated disciples, we are all regarded as his own son and daughters, his children. So we can be regarded as a Sakya member, Sakya caste member. So we can be said that we are brothers and sisters of the Rahula, the only son of the Buddha. So just appearance is not enough. We are yogi, we are monks, so we can be called, we can be honored as a Sakya, Buddha's son and daughter, just by appearance. Then it should not be said good enough. So we should be honored as a Buddha's son and daughter in practice. By practicing, by following Buddha teaching, we should be real son and daughter of the Buddha. In other words, we are here in the Asia, and we are also human beings. And throughout samsara, nobody cannot be said never met. So we, in one life or another, we must have met each other. We must have related to each other. So in this way, in this sense also, we are related to each other. We are relative of the Buddha's truth. So by practicing, by following Buddha's teaching, we are Buddha's children. We are Buddha's sons and daughters in terms of the Dhamma. So we are brother and sister of the Rahula in terms of the Dhamma by following the Buddha's teaching. So as a yogi, you should live up to the name. It should not be just appearance. So you should make great effort in practice so that you can uproot the mental defilements. And then only can we really regarded, can we really honored, can we really be honored as a real son and daughter of the Buddha. So that's our caste identity is a very high and noble and superior to anybody else. So thinking of this nobility of our identity, our caste, Buddha caste, so we should arouse the courageous effort. We should make great effort in the practice. Because we are the Buddha's son and daughter, we should not be lazy. Thinking or considering of our high superior Buddha caste, we should not be lazy, we should make great effort. In this way we can boost up our energy. This is the seventh cause of the Viriya energy. Sayadaw explained the definition of the Paṇḍitā. Paṇḍitā means the one who leaving the worldly affairs behind, approaching to the monastic life, living monastic life. So just living a monastic life is not enough to be honored as a Paṇḍitā. It's just appearance. So that's why in the Buddha's time, one of the ascetics, he went visited to the Buddhas and he claimed that he also one of the Paṇḍitā because he left worldly affairs behind and he approached to he lived monastic life. But the Buddha rejected his claim because he took just appearance of the monastic life. He didn't, the ascetic, he didn't practice to overcome mental defilements, kilesa. So according to this Sutta, only when you make great effort in practice to overcome mental defilements can you be honored as a Paṇḍitā, the one who lived monastic life, leaving the worldly affair behind. Otherwise, you are just the by name appearance, the only appearance. Then you cannot be said real Satya caste, but you cannot be honored as a Buddha's daughter or son. And you cannot be said to have the high caste, so you are born to the low caste. So as a Buddha's sons and daughters, Actually, you have high caste, high superior identity. Thinking of the greatness of your identity or the noble caste, you should boost up your energy. In this way, you can boost up your energy. That's the number 7. So our time is up. That's all for today. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.